we're supposed to actually feel some warmth.
Drink your tea, mama.
You know what, I actually have a heater in my office. True, got no HR source the heater for me, so I plug it in. It's a portable heater. Plug it in, put it on high. Everybody else is walking around like this, and I'm like chilling. Anywho, what's happening here, Ms. Harris?
No more food.
Sorry?
No more food. The homeless are asking for jobs and shelter.
Okay.
A non-profit organization apparently did some research, and they say when they interacted with the homeless persons, they said they want occupation, they want shelter. This is Cheryl Muir from the Association of Business Persons. They operate an arm called Unite Jamaica. So, and I believe her, because we've been, I think, becoming more and more aware that persons that are homeless for different reasons. And some of them really have...
Just fall on hard, eh?
Yes, Sim. And if they have the skills, they really, really want to put it to good use. And if it's just... I mean, not that they're being ungrateful. I don't want anybody to see it and think, oh, they're ungrateful. They're not. But you must aspire towards better each time. And they want to work and help themselves. And I don't think that's an unfair thing to ask for. It's just, what do we do to facilitate that, Sim?
Well, she says that her organization wants to observe. My throat is hurting me. As you give me this something?
Yes.
December 18 to 24 as Homeless People Awareness Week to inform and educate the population about homelessness and to remove the stigma and the perception that these individuals are mad people and drug addicts, which is what most of us might think when you see folks on the street. But
Isn't
you never
there an
know.
official Homeless Week Awareness Week that went already?
Is there?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And we interviewed a lady from Mandeville who came here, and she was doing something in the middle of the town.
I remember interviewing her, but that was for a particular week?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I think so. Well, they're observing their own week, apparently.
People week, or? I don't remember. Anyway, that is her thinking. In order for Jamaica to experience positive change, the country needs to re-socialize its people, change the mindset, the morals, the values, the attitudes, and respect ourselves and our environment. To achieve this goal, we have to start from the bottom up, and it's important to let our people know that there are many losses in life, and we need to remove the entitlement mentality from our minds, hence the importance for empowerment. Okay, we hear that. All right, what's going on in energy?
The Caribbean's largest solar-powered plant.
Gonna be in Jamaica?
Yep, ground is to be broken at Paradise Park in Westmoreland. The 37 megawatt facility is estimated to cost US $60 million and is being built by a consortium of international and Jamaican partners.
Let me see the picture of it again. It's big, man. It's huge.
Right, they say it's going to deliver the lowest cost renewable energy to Jamaica. It will represent US $250 million in foreign reserve savings over the life of the plant's operation.
Okay.
That's coming from
Angela
Rainford.
She's a part.
Lead developer.
Okay. All right.
Well, anything that's going to cut down on costs to Jamaica, I'm for it. Nice, Jamaica. This is moving forward. Lowest cost ever for solar power in Jamaica. It will also advance the government's policy objective, the diversification of our energy supply mix to reduce cost and dependence on imported oil.
Which means we still should reflect it in
Wheatley.
our bills?
Well, it means we can put up my Christmas light next year.
You never put up one this year either?
Me Simone, if you see my light bill, me
How
stop.
come?
And let me tell you, I used to put icicle around the house. My mango tree used to full of light.
You can put icicle around the house still, just not the lights.
My whole avenue.
Oh,
Nope. Can't
never mind. Okay. Folks, this young man tried to cause havoc yesterday at rush hour in a New York subway. A would-be suicide bomber inspired by Islamic State extremists. He strapped on a crude pipe bomb, slipped unnoticed into the nation's busiest subway system, and set the device off at rush hour on Monday. Unfortunately, though, all he did was bomb up himself, essentially. In the end, the only serious wounds, says the article, were to the suspect. He's been identified as Kayed Ullah, a 27-year-old Bangladeshi immigrant and a former cab driver. However, as you can understand, folks, commuters who are there, near, in and around, were terrified.
Terrified, Simone.
And we're seen fleeing through a very smoky passageway. 3 people suffered headaches and ringing ears from the first bomb blast in the subway more than 2 decades ago. They have said it was an official attempted terrorist attack, and the mayor, Bill de Blasio, is thanking God that the perpetrator did not achieve his ultimate goal.
Yeah.
I guess as these folks move closer to Christmas, they're going to try and wreak havoc.
Well, Dr. Walcott's name was here yesterday. The world is officially gone.
Stark raving. Yeah,
Challenge.
I think so.
Yeah, yeah.
Law enforcement said the suspect is speaking with investigators from the hospital bed where he's being treated for burns to his hands and to his abdomen.
Yeah.
So.
Closer to home, 2 unfortunate reports about attack on our senior citizens and our senior women. And Jamaica, I'm telling you, if we do not protect the vulnerable in our society,
kids and elderly,
what have we become? We're savages. I'm telling you, if we cannot protect our children, our elderly, our women, we are savages. Stop it. I'm telling you. I don't know. Every morning we're here, and I know everybody likes to laugh with us, but we're serious. And I don't think you're listening, because every time we say this cannot continue, then something weird. And I'm saying weird because it's when did this become a part of our DNA? And I know people have been, commenting and saying this has happened closer to home, and they know individuals that this has happened to over a period of time. It's time we speak out, man, and make people know that nationally.
83 years old?
I'm 62.
62 years old?
Nationally. It's not just me and Simone and Aubrey and Harrow and Marvin them land there saying we don't think it's acceptable. Nationally, we have to come out and make people know, say, certain behavior just now continue in Jamaica. We won't tolerate it. And when you don't tolerate something, there are consequences to actions. If
and people think twice and 3 times before they do anything.
That's what laws are for, So somebody are going to do it and say, you know what?
No.
This not going to work out good for me if me pursue this path. So we need to change some laws. I'm serious. Can't continue. Yeah.
December 12th, lady. You got birthdays today?
December the 12th.
Who's
birthday
born?
Greetings to Shaunton Hines. She celebrates her birthday today, and that's from your grandma, Mrs. Vadney Dockery. And she also wants to wish happy birthday to her brother Joseph, Joe Archipo. Wishing them all the best and God's richest blessings. Happy birthday to my little cousin Donnelly Mullings Mackenzie, to Sandra McCarthy, Dara Smith, who's been celebrating from November.
Hello, Doris. Happy birthday.
Elsa Thompson, Lance Cameron, Benton Allen, Gary Mitchell, who used to work here. Yes, Harold, Latoya Maitland, Carrie Ann Roberts, and to Asfa James, Taj, Melika nephew, Taja Big Man. Happy birthday to you, Taji.
They grow up pretty fast, don't they?
Eh?
They grow up fast.
No, Taja Big Man. Dion Silvera's son. Taj. But you know.
Yes.
Said nephew.
Yes. I see. Okay. All of them call it Auntie Delia anyway, so. Soon come.